Well, welcome back to my kitchen. My guest on Cityline is someone that you get to see every single week, but we only get a snippet of her because she's here to show us the pet of the week. But now we actually get to sit down and chat with her. I'm talking about Victoria Gingrey. She is the communications manager for the Humane Society for Tacoma and Pierce County. Welcome, Victoria.
Thank you so much for having us, Amanda. It's fun to change it up a little this week and do this instead of my normal pet segment.
Well, it is, and it's great to have more time with you. Although I miss seeing like a little furry creature in your arms, but you got to know that anytime you're on Facebook and you put your pets on Facebook, I am all over your postings because they are so precious. So first, tell us what's going on in the shelter. How have things been amidst this pandemic?
Yeah, and it's just been amazing. I think given everything that's going on, it truly remains one of the small silver linings. And in and amidst all the craziness that we've been going through, the most amazing thing is that not only have we continued to remain open as an essential service throughout all of these phases, our team has done such a great job adapting to all of the changes. We're not letting people come into the shelter like they once were, but we've changed it a little bit. We let about 5 people in at a time. We're checking people in outside. People are waiting in their cars. We're still reuniting pets with their families. We're still finding great homes. In fact, right now, during the summer where we usually we'd be up to the gills in cats, a few days ago, we only had 5 adoptable cats. So we continue to see such an interest from the public in wanting to help us. And I have the numbers. We have adopted over 2,660 dogs, cats, and critters since the beginning of this year, which is incredible. We've also returned 823 pets to the rightful owners. So lots of great things happening. We continue to see pets come in every day, but our team has been so great at adapting to all the changes, and our community has continued to be so supportive. We had those pit bulls that came in at the beginning of the year, which we have found homes for all but 2. 2 are still waiting, but we have found homes for all of the other ones, which I believe is over 55 pit bulls have found homes, in addition to the other 2,660 of them.
That is amazing. Those numbers make my heart just squeeze. I'm so happy. And I also want to ask you, when you got those numbers, you and your team must have just been blown out of the water, because talk about facing adversity. You can't come in and really shop like you used to. And so much of it is online. And yet people just opened their hearts and their homes, didn't they?
Yeah, it's been incredible. I mean, as you know, I was, I believe, one of those 2,660 pets, but that is 2,660 pets that are in loving homes, rather than being here, making room so that we can take in more pets. There's so many positive outlines, to that number. And we are so proud of not only, again, our community for finding ways to help us out, but our team who's worked so hard to find those pets great homes.
And I would be remiss if I didn't pick up on what you said. There's 2 of those pit bulls left. Are they up for adoption?
Mm-hmm. They are. All of our pets are, of course, always listed on our website. In addition to those 2 dogs, I believe we have about 7 dogs currently available for adoption. So you can read about them on our website.
Perfect. So many things have changed. The last time I chatted with Ashley, we were talking about the Dog-A-Thon and how it was going to go virtual. So give us an update, Victoria. How did the Dog-A-Thon go? And then the second question I have for you is, what are your future plans for fundraising?
Yeah, so of course, like we said, even though Dogathon in person was canceled, Compassion wasn't canceled. And even though we were apart that day, we still came together. We were able to raise over $100,000 that day. We did a Facebook Live video in the morning, which featured some of our adoptable pets, featured some of our partners who came, and we were socially distant. Everyone wore their masks. So it was different, but it was a lot of fun. It was really fun to watch it throughout the day, as people walked on their own with their pets outside. They had their Dogathon shirts on. They were tagging us in their photos. So it was a little different, but I think people, have continued to adapt the best that we can. And it was a true success. We were so proud of how it ended up being, especially in our 30th year of having that event. But like you mentioned, unfortunately, due to the coronavirus pandemic and because of it's possible, we have our Furball Gala, which you were a part of last year, which we were so grateful for, but it just isn't going to be a thing this year. So instead, we have 2 fun events that we have planned in lieu of that to try and help us, continue to raise funds to care for nearly 10,000 pets each year. One of those will be our Raise Your Paw online auction. So that will be kind of more what the Furball was. This will now be, and it will be October 21st through the 31st. And we're hoping that it just makes that kind of thing more accessible to our community members who might not have been able to join us last year, who are looking for ways to help us out. They'll be able to do that. We'll have animal related items and shelter experiences up for auction. So if you've wanted to learn what goes on behind the scenes at the Humane Society, we'll have some experiences that you can bid on. And of course, we also want to thank our sponsors, Larson Automotive Group and Mud Bay, who have stepped up and are helping us with this. And then the second thing that we're doing for the first time ever, we're having our very own Shelter Day of Giving. Often there are days of giving throughout the year, Giving Tuesday, and the big give that Washington has. But we've decided we're going to make our very own day for giving to the shelter. It will be on September 24th. We have a goal of raising $20,000 for the pets in our care. Donors are going to receive, you might remember from last year, we had our video of Kronk and Luna, 2 bonded pets that we were able to find a home for that had overcome this amazing story we were able to tell. This year will be Tommy. And so Tommy was on your show at the end of last year, I believe. He was a dog that was in the shelter system for over 470 days before finding an amazing home. We cannot wait to tell you the story. I got goosebumps just thinking about the story. So donors on our Shelter Day of Giving, they're going to get the first exclusive look at that video before we show it to all of our supporters. So we're really excited for that.
Wow, you guys are just, do you ever sleep? No, no, you don't sleep. So in addition to that, we also have something I've heard about called Washington's Cutest Pet. So tell us how we can get involved in that, Victoria.
Yes. So I think like I think we all believe our pets are stars. They deserve to be featured in as many places as possible. So we want to give our supporters an opportunity to do that while also helping the pets in our care. We are having our Washington's Cutest Pet Contest. So basically you can go on to our website to enter. You upload a photo of your pet doing something adorable and cute, which they always do. And then you can get votes by either submitting them yourself, or you can get your friends and family to vote. And then we have basically the 11 different months of the year are up for grabs to have your pet featured for that month. And then you can also buy days throughout the year, that specific day on the calendar can be a picture of your pet. So if you've had a pet that passed away, or if you want to memorialize a pet's birthday or something like that, it could be a nice, not only way to do that, or you can buy a gift for a friend who's a pet lover and surprise them with the calendar. So that's going on until the middle of October. We launched it a few weeks ago, and it's going to help us, of course, continue to raise funds for the pets in our care. And we do have a calendar sponsor through Geico. So lots of great things and different ways to get involved if you'd like.
I love that. And when we talk about also providing funds for the Pet Care Center, let's talk about what the Humane Society has done with pets in need and pet owners in need, because this is a hard time right now. People are eating off victory gardens, and they look at their pets and go, if I'm having a hard time feeding myself, how can I possibly make these ends meet? Victoria, what does the Humane Society do for them?
Yeah, even hearing you talk about that, it's so hard not to get emotional about thinking of people in that position. And something that we believe so strongly in is that pets do belong in their homes with loving families whenever possible. And I'm going to try not to cry about it because it's just such an important topic, and so many people are going through so many hard things right now. But we are here for the community in a variety of ways, including our pet support helpline. So if you have found yourself in a position where you think you might need to surrender your pet or part with your pet, and it is because of maybe a behavior that they're displaying, or you've welcomed a new baby recently, or you're moving into a new home, we have resources to try and counsel people so that in that regard, if you need assistance with your pet, we can kind of talk through what the situation is and help you keep your pet in your home by however we can do that we want to. So that's one of the ways that we're trying to keep people with their pets.
I love that. I'm trying not to cry also. And I see you seeing me tear up, and I'm making you tear up more. So sorry for that. It doesn't help when the host starts to cry also. Let's talk about adopting during this time. How are we going about, we being the Humane Society, safely adopting that pet that needs that forever home?
Yeah, so of course, we always encourage people to look at our website. You can come visit the shelter every day from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Of course, like we talked about, it's going to be a little bit different, but we don't want that to stop you. If you are truly interested in adopting a pet and you've read a bio online, fallen in love with someone, and you want to meet them, we would love to have you. We are also now, over the last few months, we've kind of developed a more concerted effort into getting into pet stores around our community to try and make it more accessible to people who might not be able to come to the shelter during our hours, or maybe you live a little further away. We do have pets that are now currently available for adoption at different PetSmarts in Gig Harbor and Lakewood, I believe in Federal Way as well. So if you're wanting to adopt a pet and still wanting to support the shelter, we are partnered with different pet stores around our community. We have a team member who's worked so hard on developing those relationships and placing pets there. So just a couple different ways that you can find your forever friends.
You know, I live for the Humane Society pet postings, and I think about someone like myself who is working from home. And if I wasn't working from home, I would want to be in the shelter volunteering. So how can somebody who's doing the 9-to-5 jive from the kitchen table help the Humane Society?
Yeah, one thing, again, the silver lining of adoptions has been great, but the other silver lining that we've seen is, people, like you said, are at their home doing that short commute. I know that I've been guilty a few times throughout the week, but if you have the capability to foster, we are always looking for more fosters. We've seen a great increase in the amount of fosters who have joined our program, but if you find that you have the time, maybe it's not the right time to adopt, but you still want to help out, you can fill out an application on our website to foster a pet, and it'll walk you through if you're interested in fostering a dog, cat, a critter. We need all kinds. So if you're interested in that, you can always fill out an application on our website. We would greatly appreciate it.
I love that. And let's close with the Pet Food Pantry, because that to me is always like the icing on the cake. It's like, we have food for your pets. So tell us how it works.
Yeah, again, another way that we are we really believe it's important to keep people with their pets. We never want a pet owner to worry about feeding their pet if they're in a situation like many people have found themselves in lately. If you are interested in taking advantage of our Pet Food Pantry, it is open on Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And the only thing that we require is that you show proof that your pet has been spayed or neutered. And if your pet has not been spayed or neutered, in addition to giving you food that first time, we'll also give you a voucher to have your pet spayed and neutered at a low or reduced cost. Because again, it is crucial for the reduction of the overpopulation of pets in our community and for the well-being of your pet. We truly believe in the practice of spaying and neutering your pets. So not only will you get that, but you'll get the food. We also have supplies in our Pet Food Pantry. So if you're needing something, people are so generous. They donate things to us that maybe we can't use in our kennels, but we can provide back to our community members in need.
Oh, Victoria, you fill my heart, and all of those four-legged little furries fill my heart too. Thank you to you and to Stuart and to Ashley, and I know I'm leaving people out, and whoever's touched the Humane Society for doing all the good that you do. It is a bright spot to have you on, and I know we have a Pet of the Week coming up, so I know you have to go and get ready for that, but I just want to say thank you so very much. And I want you back on as fall starts to come in and we start to think about our four-legged angels outside and those perhaps that don't have homes outside, what we can do to usher them into the Humane Society so they will be safe and warm until they find their forever home.
Yes, thank you so much, Amanda. Again, we always appreciate the support of Cityline and you and featuring our adoptable pets and all the different things that we have going on. I know that we have many more exciting things. I think Stuart would love to chat with you here in the next few months about all the exciting things that we know we have coming up in the next few months and then into 2021, which is crazy.
It is, absolutely. Well, it's a date. Thank you again, Victoria, so much.
Thank you.
We have much more to come on Cityline. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this message.